professionals and head to confessional. And once I'm in the booth, I feel real congressional. Welcome to the episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't drink and drive when you can smoke and fly. Soaring so high into the night sky, reaching for the stars, but they landed on a moon pie.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go search. It's like doing your research now, right? So you're basically like, when you're researching and you're watching these old videos, you're listening to other podcasts, you're on YouTube finding different things, you're in books, whatever, because you got to look and go, man, everything we're researching now and everything we're finding has always been there. It's always been in the books. It's always been everywhere. You know what I mean? So it's like, we might go like, hey, you seen this 1964 book that says some shit about this or whatever? And then you look at it and you're like, oh, fuck, that does say, like, talks about frequencies or talks about, it's like, it's always been out there, right? So I think that's what's cool about having music from 20-something fucking years ago. I was saying stuff in the music back then, like, not knowing what I was saying.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just, or you had a different context back then when you said it, and now you're saying something now. It's like some different shit. So.
Yeah, it's crazy, because I had a vision that one day it was going to be straight men, with straight men, and females with, females, but.
It's gotten weird over the years, right?
I seen it, like, wow. I had a vision from a long time ago, and that shit just appearing. Like,
it's happening now?
What's going on?
Or what?
It's going on right now.
It's happening right now. That's the vision you had? Yeah, see what I'm saying?
It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, man.
What are you?
What are you? Oh, shit. I ain't even.
For real. Yeah, that shit's getting out of hand, bro. Hey, come on. I got my snatchies. Got my snatchies. But nah, man, yeah, I had that vision. Oh man, that's crazy.
That's the idea. It's like we've been doing things for a long time without realizing that we were actually doing them. And it's all kind of coming together now, because now we actually understand what we're doing, or at least the idea of what we're doing. We may not fully understand what we're doing. Yeah, but the idea is there. So yeah, it's interesting, with old music, old movies. Like I said, like we started, it's like that whole thing of, where has all this stuff been? Why am I now seeing a video from 1992 talking about all the shit that's happening now?
Yeah, because
why wasn't I seeing that back in 92? You know what I mean?
Focused, how?
Why wasn't they teaching that in school? Why wasn't they telling us?
Good question.
You know what I mean? Why wasn't they telling us this stuff?
Good question.
But that's more of why we tell people what we tell them. They've been hiding it from you. That's what we're saying. They've been hiding it from you. And then what you're supposed to do after you gather this information and you hear it and you go, why were they hiding it from me? What's so interesting? Why is it, what it is or whatever? And then, that idea behind that is to give you plant the seeds, and then you go and do the research on your own and start to find stuff and start to find things that are interesting. And then you go, oh, this is why they've been hiding it from us,
Right. Bomb droppers.
Right.
Yep.
So it's like, just because, like we've always said, just because we say things on here isn't 100% that we believe them, isn't 100% that we understand it, isn't 100% that we know what we're saying sometimes. But what we're trying to do is leave the breadcrumbs, and then that way somebody will hear something like that and then go look it up, and then either find it or believe it or whatever they're going to do with it, and then they would have never looked it up otherwise, unless we said something or somebody said something. You know what I mean? nobody's out there just randomly looking up frequencies for no fucking reason.
No.
You know what I mean? But now that we're talking about healing frequencies with the candles, healing frequencies in general, healing frequencies with teas, and, you know, different things that are happening around the world, and the healing that's happening in the world, you know, the healing idea that's moving along in the world, you know, it's happening. And it's like, you know, people are becoming more vegan. People are, you know, cutting out things out of their diets. People are trying different things. People are eating less meat. You know, people are eating less this. People are eating, you know, whatever. We've talked about it before. I don't even eat 3 meals a day no more, you know.
Right.
I was down to 2 at some point. Now I'm almost down to 1 sometimes. You know what I mean? So I don't eat. We don't just consume as much as we used to. You know what I mean? So that's the crazy part about it.
Yeah. That's what we was taught.
Right.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Right.
That's why some people just obese.
Correct.
You
And
know
that's
what
why I
I'm
say we're doing
Ain't
sometimes.
nobody-
Sometimes we're in a point where we're probably doing more than we should because we're taught something specific, but we weren't taught why and how. You know, and I think that's what we need to do better with in the long run. Here is why should we eat better? How does it make us work? You know, plus when you're at fucking work all day and you're fucking hustling for someone else all day, or even yourself, you know what I mean? When do you have time to sit and get a really good meal, you know? So that's the idea of having a nice, you know, woman or somebody at home who can help with those things, and maybe they can do the meals, you do the work, you get the money, you know, whatever. You make the arrangement through your relationship, you know?
Yeah. Just make sure it ain't no damn air fryer. Say nah. Ain't nothing wrong with air fried food, but
Right. And that's just a quicker way to fucking cook food. You know, it's kind of like a microwave, but it's better than a microwave. You know, it's like
I agree.
You know, the
agree.
microwave, right? The microwave is adding microwave frequencies and bullshit to it that you probably don't need. But if you're, you know what I'm saying? But if you're getting your food through a better air fryer or the oven or barbecuing or however the fuck you want to put it together, you know what I'm saying? Then that's how you're gonna do better. You know how they always say like frying food. Instead of frying food, bake your food, grill your food,
grill.
or try different ways, broil your food. You know what I mean? Try different ways to cook it instead of just one. You know, it's like you can still have, you know, fried chicken, but maybe you do it in the air fryer, or maybe you try a different way to figure it out, you know, to put it together and stuff.
It's actually good, man.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. So like,
you gotta know how to do this
find
shit.
those different ways to still make some things that we like,
It's actually good.
but just, you know, like I said, you can eat less of it too. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't have to eat. You know, it's like we always thought we had to have a meat at every meal. You know what I mean? Every dinner has to have a meat. You know, every lunch has to have a meat. Breakfast has a meat with sausage and eggs and different things, right? So it's like every meal had a meat. But we're right. Every meal doesn't have to always have a meat. You can have fruits, you can have grains, you can have, you know what I mean, vegetables, you can do, you know, different things. So it's like, it's just finding that happy medium for you. Because like you just said, we've been taught a certain way to eat. And that's all we really know, you know? So it's like, but we can you know, change those and fix those. And you know, if it's like we talk, one at a time. You know what I mean? One at a time. Just take one thing out of your,
Matter of
your
fact,
diet and try
you
it.
can't eat 3 times a day, but just light.
Maybe they're smaller, right?
Yeah,
right.
yep.
You know, so
Yep.
you do a lettuce wrap, you know, for lunch.
Yes,
You eat a
sir.
couple of eggs and a piece of toast for breakfast, and then dinner. You know what I mean? You might have, you know, some you know, rice and you know, a side of chicken or something, or you know what I mean, or whatever, right? You know what I mean?
Some baked chicken or some
right?
shit.
Something light. You're not eating, and then you know, you don't have to eat a whole lot.
Right.
Save that shit. Make a meal prep. Add it for a few days. Now you've got a couple of, you know, rice dishes throughout the week, whatever. You know what I mean? Some different things. And that's where we've got to be better. At instead of just gorging every time we fucking eat. You know what I mean? Because that's the American way, right? That's the American way, people. To fucking gorge every time we eat. That's what made us American. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
We're American. We fucking eat it all. You know what I mean? Barbecue, fucking everything. You know what I mean? It's like, so yeah. So So yeah, we just, like I said, we just got to change a few things. Just start molding yourself a little different. That's all. You know what I mean? And you can see in the things that we've done in the past year, the things we've talked about, things we've cut out, things we're trying now. You know what I mean? Things we're eating differently.
Right,
you know what I mean? We've been talking about it.
That's crazy, yeah.
And y'all can leave comments and say what y'all have been doing, you know, the
Yeah.
different things, you know, because there's sometimes, you know, I talk to people out there and say certain things to them and we have different conversations and they'll say, well, I'm doing stuff, but you just don't notice it. And I'm like, I get it. But at the same time, if you're still complaining about some of the same scenarios, that means you're not changing.
Right.
You know what I mean? If a year ago I'm still hearing the same comments of things that are not working for you, then what are you changing?
Right.
Because you obviously aren't changing the right things.
Right.
You know what I mean? You've changed some diet, you've changed this, you've changed that, but something else is not right because you're still doing the same exact things. You know what I mean? So those are things that people got to look at and say, okay, I've changed some diet, I've changed some mental, I've changed this, and nothing's changing. Or at least it doesn't feel like my environment around me is changing. Well, that means there's more work to do. There's something you're not doing. There's something you've not put together. You know what I mean? And that's where we've got to figure that out as individuals and go, okay, what am I doing here? You know, like I may be changing these things, but it's not changing it's not changing my overall vibration. You know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm going with this, I guess. I'm working it. This is freestyle, baby. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox along with
Bdot, baby.
And we're just snorkeling over here, freestyling a little bit. You know, got us started early.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just like, you know, it's like we're just trying to figure out how to individually be better. And if part of us is, you know, trying to figure out how to eat better and these different things or whatever, but it's not working. It's like you're not raising your vibe the way you thought. There's still something you got going on.
Something you're missing.
You're either holding on to something, you're still in some, you know, you're still having, your thoughts aren't right, or something's just fucking some shit up. And it's just meshing with your life and you don't know how to navigate out of that right away, you know? But like I said, being more positive, you know, with everything. And that's not just, you know, running around smiling at everybody and being happy. No. But being more authentic. Just be yourself. You know, be yourself. Help others when you can. You know, do the little things that are mentally gonna be better because it's gonna reflect. We've talked about that. If you're reflecting
droppers,
those good energies, you're gonna get a reflection of good energies back.
Yes, sir. I mean? Yes, sir.
And so, and you know, and you can find bad in a lot of things. I mean, good out of a lot of things that are bad. That's where I was meant to go. You can find good things, even though things seem to be bad. There's still a lesson or something that you got to learn. And that's why it keeps happening. That's why you keep hitting these loops. That's why you keep going through these same scenarios. Something in there you haven't learned, and that's why you keep getting the practice. You know what I mean?
Keep going over.
You keep getting the practice because you haven't learned something. And so, you know, and it could just be something small. You may not even realize. You'd be like, oh, shit, I never realized that last time. And then, boom, you've cleared that level. You know what I mean? You just cleared that level without realizing it. But it could be something small, you know, it's little things, you know, it's relationships you're dealing with, people you're dealing with, your kids, I mean, you know, friends. I mean, it could be anything that you're dealing with, these little scenarios, and you just got to, you know, watch the signs, right? Pay attention to what's happening around you when those things are happening, and maybe it'll give you some insight into what you need to do, you know? If you're having a lot of different issues, and for some reason, every time you look at the clock, it's 222, and you're looking at the clock, you know, or you're doing something's happening in your life, start paying attention to that. That's trying to tell you something. Those numbers are telling you something. We've said that before. You know what I mean? Those numbers are saying something, so start to pay attention to that.
It's starting to be normal now.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. That's how it should be.
That's the way it's starting to be normal.
Yeah.
I just called I called Tox today.
On the way here.
I looked at my phone.
He called me.
I picked it up. You already called Tox.
And he's like,
it's 555.
Like it's 5:55.
Wow.
And when I looked at that time, because I opened my phone, but when I looked, it was 5:56. So I definitely believe he pulled it right at the moment. You know what I mean? It was for you to see. You know what I mean?
It was like, damn.
But you mentioned it, and then like I said, I go, oh shit, and I looked at my phone, and I'm like, 5:56. So I missed it. Wasn't for me though. You know what I'm saying? Not a big deal. But it's crazy that you hit it at that moment, right? You know what I mean? Just happened to be at that moment. So, you know, because everybody knows by now. We record this on a Wednesday. Y'all don't see it till a Friday. You know what I mean? Right. Not a fucking secret. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say sometimes what we're talking about on here might be a couple of days before. You know what I mean? Because we're talking about what happened over the weekend through today. You know what I mean, per se? And then all of a sudden it's Friday, so you get the Friday update.
Right.
So you get the Friday update. You know what I mean? Friday at 9 a.m. That's how we're rocking, man.
All right, so
what are we doing here?
I was swinging this to you, but I just got over a head
cold.
did
you? Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so I don't want to, I got respect for you and respect for myself.
There we go. See?
You feel me?
It's like, let's keep it clean today.
You dig?
I got you. Okay, I was like, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't do that. A lot of motherfuckers be like, hey.
Just keep going, right?
You know what I'm saying? And then that's you sick. You don't know the fuck why. Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta watch who you smoke with, man. Watch who you be around, too.
Definitely. Makes sense. Makes sense.
That was real.
That's authentic. That's real. You're just being like, hey, man, I'm looking out for you. You know? Not a big deal. Yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah. I want to tell you earlier, but, you know what I mean? You was going, doing your little rant. I was like,
we was getting in the groove.
Yeah.
That's how we do it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You was doing your little rant. I was like,
Yep. Nice.
I'm going to get this in there.
I got to sneak this in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It got through, though, yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Appreciate it. So, yeah, that's, and every week, I sit here on a Monday, Tuesday going, what the fuck am I going to say today? You know what I mean? Like, on Wednesday, what am I going to talk about? That's crazy,
yeah.
I do the same shit every Monday and every Tuesday.
That shit happens.
But what happens, as you notice, is we fucking get in here and we fucking tune the fuck in and we get it done. You know what I mean?
That shit just happens.
And sometimes, or most of the time, we have great fucking conversations. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And every now and again, it gets a little dull, or we, throw a few extras that we said before or whatever. We say the same story here and there. But we have new people showing up. You know what I mean? That haven't heard those stories, haven't gone back. But they might hear a piece of that story and go, oh, shit, I better go see what that whole thing's about.
Right.
So that's the idea. It just keeps people interested, keeps people going back, keeps people listening. It shows the receipts that we've already talked about. You know what I mean? The stuff we've already done.
Get the message.
Shows all that. Right. So just get the message.
That's really, all, man. That's all. Get the message, man. Oh, remember them things I was talking about? What I say? A1 rabbits and shit like that?
Yeah.
It's R1 rabbit.
R1 rabbit.
R1 rabbit. Right? This thing is you could pre-order it now on rabbit.tech.
R1 rabbit. Let's look that up.
Yeah. R1 rabbit. I mean, this shit could, like, say you about to plan a vacation, right?
Also, it's Chat GPT on steroids. That's what it says. First thing that popped up. Your pocket companion. Order $199.
$199.
The fuck out of here.
Yep. $199, bro. You know what this thing could do for you? If you use it right.
Wow.
This thing could order all right, so say you about to go on vacation, right? You about to go on vacation. You gotta get a flight, hotel, cars, all that shit, right? This thing could do that shit for you.
Right. Put all that together.
Take bang like this. All you gotta do is just hit confirm.
Medium.com.
And that shit is done.
Just says, oh shit, you gotta be a fucking member to read any of this shit.
Yeah, probably. Shit.
It just says a new useless device has arrived on the market. The Rabbit R1.
Go to rabbit.tech.
It says its price is $199. It also looks quite good. It's a small 2.8 TFT touchscreen display, a 360 rotatable camera, a push-to-talk button, and an analog scroll wheel. And in my opinion, this is just an advanced version of ChatGPT. That's just Medium.com talking. So what would you say? Rabbit R1?
Rabbit.tech.
.tech. There it is, $199. No subscription required. 5th batch sold out already.
Oh, sold out?
Your Pocket Companion.
Damn.
Pre-ordered now. 5th batch already sold out.
Damn.
So yeah,
See?
Rabbit.tech. Okay, yeah, I'll make sure I put that on the.
Yeah,
take a screenshot of that. And
My
I'll make
fault
sure
for getting it wrong from last time.
Yep.
My fault. I apologize, but I came back through.
I took a picture of it. That way it'll remind me to throw in a quick pic over the screen so we can see what's up. People get an idea what's happening.
I'm giving you a little thing that look. So if you're trying to order some food, right? Trying to order some food, boom. Tell her you want to order some food. It'll order the food for you. All you gotta do is hit confirm.
You just gotta say, "This is what I want,"
crazy.
and then it'll find it, figure it out.
It would call the place and all that shit, and it'll order in for you.
Damn.
Well, basically, like
and
online,
it's $199, and this will do all of that for you.
That's what I'm saying. The same thing I told you that you can look in the refrigerator, you know,
and it'll calculate.
Yeah, calculate
fuck you need.
What you want,
and then it'll say, "Would you like me to order it for you?"
Nah, I ain't gonna say that. It ain't gonna say that.
What the fuck is it for then? I'm just kidding.
It's gonna make you. It's gonna give you a recipe,
right,
on what to make out of what you have in your refrigerator.
Yeah, and you know what it's gonna tell me? It's gonna be like, "You're fucking broke, son. Go buy some more food." It's gonna be like, "You can make something with cheese on it."
Ice and cheese.
Right.
Look at that. A little bit of baking soda on the side.
A little bit of baking soda on the side. Don't eat all your baking soda in one shot.
You know, that's actually good for you.
Yeah.
To eat baking soda.
Put it in different forms, yeah.
Yeah.
It does so much.
That's crazy.
I mean, you put it in your fridge and it keeps the odors out. You know what I mean? You put it in the counter. I mean, you sprinkle it on your carpet and it keeps the carpet fresh. I mean, there's all kinds of weird shit that fucking baking soda does.
Yeah. That's why I got that.
You can cook with it.
Yeah.
I mean, you cook with it, put it all kinds of different. Like, what do you mean cook with it? What does it do?
Right.
It's like put a teaspoon of fucking this in there. And you're like, what does that do?
That's crazy.
Somehow I got bread all of a sudden because I put flour and fucking baking soda and sugar and water together. You're like, I fucking made bread. And you're like, what the fuck is this? That's magic, man.
That's crazy.
Isn't that magic? Think about that shit.
Everybody got baking sodas in their damn refrigerator.
Right. I mean, what was it baking soda? Baking soda was the original, right?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Everybody cooking in the kitchen with their baking soda in the pot. You know what I'm saying?
Baking soda. That's crazy.
Right? It helps you thin out your cocaine and your crack too. You know what I mean? Let's just be real. Got that baking soda.
Yeah, that's crazy. I see how motherfuckers buy that shit.
And it's good for you. So you're not going to hurt nobody.
Right.
You know, stop putting fentanyl on the shit, man. You're fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Just fucking, why can't we go back to putting baking soda in it?
Yeah.
Nobody was dying then.
Facts.
Well, not from the first sniff, but if you keep going. In everything in moderation, people. Everything in moderation. Yeah, it's like drugs aren't bad for you unless you're doing them all day, every day.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you're just fucking recreational meth head and you might hit it like once every 6 months, you're good. You know what I mean? Just don't fucking wild out.
Yeah. I don't want no drugs that had me nodding and shit. Had me with my eyes closed looking crazy.
Disclaimer, I'm not telling anybody to use drugs. I'm just saying you're a fucking adult. Learn how to be a fucking adult and use what you want to use and stop letting other people tell you what to fucking do.
Bomb droppers.
Yeah. Just don't fuck nothing up. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people out here doing whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah.
But they're not fucking with nobody and they're not, you know, doing nothing wrong that makes people want to come looking for them. You know what I mean? What are you up to over here? You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all we got to realize.
I see someone walking on the street. They mind their business, but they talking to somebody. But
Right.
they mind their business. and they going up the street.
Not hurting nobody.
Right.
It's a grown ass man. Let him do what the fuck
But
he
I
want
don't
to do.
want no drug at me like that.
You know?
No, you did.
But yeah, I mean, if you got to interact with people, you probably don't want to get too fucked up. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got to microdose. Yeah, that's why people look at like weed and stuff. Nobody's ever done anything wild and crazy on fucking weed. You know what I mean? Nobody was out there like, the worst you're going to hear is I was so high, I broke in to get snacks. You know what I mean? Like,
Or I fell asleep or some shit.
Yeah, fell asleep in the fucking drive-thru at Taco Bell because I was so fucking high. You know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? But it's like little shit. It's like you're not hurting nobody or yourself. You know, like other drugs. Other drugs, like even alcohol alone. Alcohol's legal. But alcohol has done way more damage than weed has ever done.
Definitely. A lot of damn accidents.
But the government tells you fucking alcohol's cool, right? That's because they found out a way to tax it. And they found out a way to make money off of it. And probably why are they giving it to you? Just like the government gives you anything, right? Because it's fucking probably bad for you and it's probably fucking you up and it's helping them.
Bomb droppers.
It's just helping them with their agenda. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying alcohol is evil. And I mean, look at me. My name's Tox. Intox. I used to drink like fucking crazy. But what I understand now is that you do it in moderation. You know what I'm saying? I still have a glass of wine. I still have a shot here and there. I do things. I'm a grown adult. I can make fucking choices. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need to be out here drinking every fucking day. Drink after drink. I've been through that. I understand that. I don't need to keep doing it. You know what I mean? That's the difference. You know what I mean? And I'm not sitting, like there's a lot of people out here with alcohol addiction and they can't be around it and they have an AA meetings and they have fucking sponsors and they do all these different things. Well, that's what you need because you're fucking uncontrollable. Right. I know how to control myself. Right. I'm a fucking grown man. You know what I'm saying? And some people just don't have that. Some people take one drink and they're fucking gone. They're on a whole nother level. You know what I mean? They just go and they spiral out of fucking control. I'm just not that person. You know what I mean? I've fought my own demons and been through my own shit, but I'm not that person. I can have a fucking drink. I can be around it. It doesn't fucking scare me. You know what I mean? But it's a mind frame. You got to be in the right mind frame. You got to want to quit. You got to want to be better. You can't let things outside of you control you like that.
Facts.
Just in general.
Facts.
Just in general. Anything.
Yeah, cause that drinking had you doing some crazy shit, boy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You do some shit and wake up tomorrow morning and don't remember nothing.
Blackouts.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta hear from your friends and shit. Like,
what? Plenty of
what?
blackouts.
I did what last night?
I don't remember driving home half the time.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't even know how I got there.
You know what I mean? Some motherfuckers be like, man, I don't know how I got to bed.
Right.
Like, I don't know how the fuck I even woke the fuck up. Like, what?
And it's like, I just remember being out and then I remember waking up.
Like,
how the fuck
how did I get here?
I got a story. I got a story like that. So, I'll give y'all one. It was a weekend, so I think it was Friday. So Friday after work, left work, and me and a couple buddies from work drove down to his farm down in Virginia. Took our guns and everything, did some shooting that night. Just wild out drinking, fucking absolute drinks, beers, everything's going wild. We're shooting, we're firing, we're cooling. We're on his property, no problems. Just having a good time. We partied through the night. Got up in the morning. He had like a little house there. There's like a little house on his farm and everything, so we could stay there. It was a place to stay and everything, no problem. Partied through the night, got some food, got up in the morning, hit breakfast, and then ended up, just kind of started our day, did some more shooting, some chilling, and was back up here in Maryland by like 7, 8 that night. You know what I mean? Half lit. You know what I mean? Went to the studio and fucking chilling at the studio all night, probably like 1 in the morning or something. I had to get this story secondhand, but I kind of remember it now. I got up and I just walked out. Didn't say nothing to nobody. I just walked out. That's how they saw it from their perspective at the studio. I just got up, didn't say nothing, just walked out, and then just, 10, 15 minutes later, it was like, where the fuck did Tox go?
Right.
Like, like maybe he just went to the bathroom or, know. But so fucking, end of the night, a couple hours later, I guess, or whatever. I don't know what time. I'm gone. And like, where the fuck did he go? Like what happened? And so I drove home. I just got up. I had been drinking all day, drinking at the studio, you know what I mean, through the partying that weekend and everything. Just got up and was done. Went on autopilot and drove my ass home and went to bed.
Crazy.
So, and then Mr. Prim, good friend he is, he made sure he drove to my house and saw my car in the driveway and was like, all right, cool, and then drove home. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Because he was unsure, like, where the fuck did he go? His car's not here. He's gone. You know what I mean? Like, where the fuck did he go? So he just made sure, but I got home and I was good. And it was crazy. So then I asked him the next day and he was like, yo, at some point you just stood up and you just walked out the door. You must have just went home, but I thought you went out and got some air or you're just chilling or whatever. He goes, but at some point you went and you disappeared. So that's one of those nights where I just fucking went home. And I remember driving home and I was tired, but I was like, I was doing a little swerving, I was a little in the lane. I stayed in the lane, but I was just a little off and I was just tired and just fucking fucked up and just ready to fucking just lay it down and was done. And so that was one of them, you know what I mean? Where you don't even think about it. You just go, not think of nothing.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So like I said, I'm not saying all this just to say it. I've been through all this shit. I did all this stuff.
I remember one time, me and my cousin went to this club, and I don't really be drinking like that when I go out.
Right.
So he stopped buying me drinks, so I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm drinking. I won't even think about I got to drive back there. I'm drinking. It's time to go. We get in the car.
You're like, what do you mean time to go?
Yeah. So look, you know what I mean? Club done.
Club closed.
You know what I mean? So now we in the parking lot looking crazy. Trying to holler at some girls and shit, right? So then after that, everybody left. Motherfuckers woke up in the parking lot.
You woke up in the parking lot or they did?
I did.
You did. Woke up in the parking lot.
Motherfuckers was asleep in the parking lot.
So instead of driving,
niggas fell asleep in the parking lot.
You just went to sleep.
Yeah.
Nice. See? Or you could have just drove somewhere and who knows what would have happened. You know what I mean?
Fell asleep in the fucking parking lot.
Yeah.
Bro.
At least you stayed safe.
Woke up in the morning like, what is going on? You know what I mean? But I drove home.
But had full intentions of leaving at that moment.
I felt, yeah.
But woke up in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Nice job.
That shit was weird to me though. Like, fuck.
Yeah, it's a weird feeling. Definitely a weird feeling.
Yeah, like slept in the damn parking lot. Bro.
Definitely a weird feeling. I've been there too. Wake up in the morning like, fuck, what am I doing with myself?
Right. Now when I drink, I'm like, hey, and I'm driving.
Right.
Oh no, hey.
Yeah. That's why I say I can go somewhere, I can have a glass of wine, maybe two with dinner or whatever and chill. And you're just normal. You don't have no problems. Don't feel buzzed. You're nothing. Just a couple glasses of wine. You ate dinner. You relaxed. You had some conversation, and you're on your way. Or whatever. Or if I'm hanging, if hanging with my lady or something, we have a glass of wine. We chill. We watch a fucking movie. You know what I mean? I can have a glass of wine or whatever I want to do every now and again. But yeah, it's like I'm good. But you gotta find that. You gotta figure out where you're at. Some of y'all can't be around it. And that's why I say. Like with weed, wake up in the morning, nothing, no problems, no hangovers, no nothing. Feel fine,
right.
Feel better actually half the time,
Right.
Because you got relaxed. You got a relaxed sleep. You got to sleep a little bit more relaxed because you were just calm. You weren't all fucking tensed up and shit or whatever the fuck. Who knows? You know what I mean? Because that's what a lot of people say. A lot of people say they smoke before they go to bed because they could just relax better. Or whatever, and that's cool. And I think, like I said, as grown fucking adults, we should be able to make choices that we should be able to, you know what I mean? Let me make the fucking choice,
right?
If I want to try something or not. But I should have all the information. You know what I mean? It's like if they showed you, you know what I mean, crack and weed, and just said pick one with no information, you'd probably just, who knows what you pick? But I'm just saying. You pick one, right?
Yeah.
But if someone said, here's crack and here's weed. Weed's good for sleeping. Weed's good for this, focusing, mental health, and then they said, and here's crack. And all it does is rot your teeth and fucking, make you fucking still and do all. You see what I'm saying? Like, you'd make a choice. You'd be like, okay, this is the choice I want to do. But they don't do that. They just go, here you go. You got to figure out your fucking self. And that's with and that's with every drug out there.
That's crazy.
Fucking shit just shows up. They're like, oh, fentanyl's out there now. You're like, what the fuck does fentanyl do? You know what I mean? You're like, no, where's the fucking stats on this thing?
Right.
You know what I mean? Where the fuck do we? That's all I'm saying.
That shit's just come out in the drugs.
Right.
So damn.
Or some new shit hits the fucking market, and then they go, oh, this is synthetic cocaine, and you're like, now they're making synthetic shit. You know what I mean? You're like, why? What are we making this for? You know what I mean? Like, why? Why are we making synthetic anything? You know what I mean? It's close to it. It's like there's like the meat now, right? Was that some new shit? They're making like lab meat now and just making it all out of fucking fibers and shit. And it's crazy. Who knows? They're just like making. Who knows how much of the meat we're eating now? It's just made up shit. It's not even really coming from an animal.
I don't even want to think about this shit, but I heard something.
Right?
The egg.
See what I'm saying?
Fucking rubber eggs and shit.
Who knows?
I don't want to.
Rubber eggs.
I don't want to get into it.
Some people say rice is just plastic pieces, little plastic pellets.
Some of them,
Can just be little plastic pellets. You're like, what?
That's why you got to read the bag and shit.
Yeah. So it's like there's so much weird shit going on out there.
Like tilapia.
But give me.
Can't eat tilapia.
But give me the information. That's all I'm saying. Like, you can have it available. Let me make a choice, but let me make an informed choice. You know what I mean? Because everything, like I said, that's the whole idea behind, back in the day, like, you didn't have to put labels on shit. You didn't have to tell nobody what nothing was. But that's the problem. Because then people started poisoning and doing weird shit. And then we had to go, wait a minute. Put a label on what's in this shit so people can make an informed choice. And then nobody gave a fuck. And then they put it on there.
Bomb droppers.
I thought he missed it. You did miss it. I was gonna help you out. So then they put the labels on there, and then we didn't give a fuck about them. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at them no more. And then there's fucking red 45 and blue 56 and cannabidiol and fucking
all that shit,
hydroglycerin and fucking formaldehyde and all these weird fucking things that shouldn't be in certain places, or at least consuming or any of that. Vaccines, none of it. And it just shows up in these things, and then it's like, show me the ingredients, and they're like, why? And then we're like, because you don't want to show them to them, now I really want to see them. You know what I mean? And that's how we get where we're at.
Bomb droppers.
Intox rant number 2.
Thanks. It is. Yeah. Oh, believe me. I was on it, but I didn't want to, I didn't want to cut you off.
I thought you missed. I was like, oh, hit that motherfucker.
He's still talking. I don't want to cut him off. He going.
I'll remember that for next time.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, he's waiting for the moment.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, I felt like I should have been hit the motherfucker because
right.
I should have been hit it.
Right.
It's cool.
I got you.
Drop some things in there.
Yeah.
Get the message.
We got to make that shirt. Got to put a shirt together probably with like get the message or something. You know what I mean? Something we got to come. I'll come up with something. We'll see what we can come up with. Figure it out.
For real. Got to get the message, baby. Shit. What's going on right now? Okay, boom.
What you got?
I just ran across some shit, right? They say 26 billion.
Okay. 26 billion.
26 billion accounts has been hacked.
Like credit card accounts, bank accounts. 26 billion. There's only 8 billion people in the world. How many accounts do people got?
Look it up.
I mean, I get it. Most people have 3 or 4 or 5 accounts, but different bank accounts and stuff. But I'm like, shit, 26 billion. That's everybody. At that point, that's everybody. Because I mean, if everybody on the planet, no, that's true. Think about if 6 billion people on the planet, because you got to talk about kids and things who probably don't have accounts, right? Say 6 billion people. If all of them had 10 accounts, What would that be? 6 billion times 10 would be like 6 trillion, right?
You got to think
shit
kids
like
got
that.
phones and shit.
So
Kids got little, you know what I mean?
right. That's what I'm saying. So say we all have anywhere from 5 to 10 accounts a piece. That's trillions of accounts, I guess. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah, I think there's different, a lot of different things that's going on out here.
right.
I mean, that shit don't even know about.
That's interesting. Interesting. That's
You know what I'm
everybody.
saying? Yeah,
That's definitely everybody.
That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of shit that.
So wait, is that a calm?
I know one of them. Venmo.
Venmo's one of them?
Yeah.
I have Venmo. But I don't keep no money in there. It's at 0. But you think they're in there just stealing money? Like
You know
what?
that,
Like what they do?
Listen, I don't know, but you know that supposed to have a little cyber attack shit.
Right.
Yeah, that shit's starting basically.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
That's
I think for me personally, I think a lot of that is just cover. It's cover for things that they're doing behind the scenes. You know, like you're saying, and they'll say, they have to say, 26 billion accounts got hacked, and then that's supposed to tell us. That's why I said it's comm. It's communication that just probably is telling us we're here, we're all involved, we're connected. You know what I mean? We've connected now. So it's just a matter of flipping the fucking switch. Everything's being connected. Everything's, being rewired, re-networked, taking them out of it and giving it back to us. You know what I mean?
6 billion.
So yeah, I mean, I could, that's how I'm going to look at it. It just means we're closer than we've ever been to fucking really getting our shit. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Let's do your research. Look it up.
Look it up. Yeah, something I was thinking about, like in the news that we haven't really brought up yet, is the German farmers. You seen anything about that?
The farmers.
The farmers out there?
Oh yeah, they fighting.
Oh, they're fucking shit
like,
up
nah.
out there. Yeah, they are doing it.
They like no.
Yeah, they splattered their whole like fucking White House with all their sewage and fucking blockaded them in with fucking hay bales and shit. They were like, they blocked all the entrances and shit with all hay bales and fucking sprayed shit on the building from sewage, and was like, fuck y'all. And you know what I mean? And then a couple of, because they're using like the tractors and everything to do all this. And, tractors are pretty good size. Like, they're bigger than what you think. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so they're driving these tractors around and using them like fucking bully tools, right? So the fucking cops come out with some fucking cars and stuff, some little small, things that they're working with. They just pushed them fuckers out the way and just said, fuck y'all, and just went right through. Like, y'all ain't stopping us from doing shit. And so why I'm bringing this up is to show y'all when all the farmers united and they're all doing this shit together. So what I'm saying is, look at how much can be accomplished when we work together.
Bomb droppers.
You know what I'm saying? When we work, they are working together, and they are changing shit over there. The farmers, you know what I mean? They're working, they are building, they are fucking shit up, and I'm saying fucking it up in a good way. Yeah. They're doing their job, and they're getting results. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I've said this before.
How you say it? How they say it nowadays? Stand on business.
right, exactly.
That's what they're doing right now. They stand on business.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. For all you youngins out there,
right? They stand on business right now over there.
So yeah, so that's what they've been trying not to have us do here in America, is unite. That's why they've divided us so much. That's what we've talked about before on this show, division. They've divided us through our skin. You know what I mean? They divided us through our skin, which is huge. But they've divided us by state. They created the borders. Think about this. There's no fucking borders. Before the United States was here, think about it. What other states were here? What was here? Where were the borders? What borders are we talking about?
Right.
There was no fucking borders.
Yeah, you speaking of the borders.
Right?
Right.
There was no borders.
It wasn't, right? But now, since they created the damn borders, right?
That's why we have the bullshit we have.
Right.
Because they created the borders.
Exactly. So now, the shit is open, right? So how do other people get here? They drop their people off in fucking Mexico.
Right. Yeah.
to climb the fucking, you know what I mean?
And then just
go through this shit.
swim over, climb over, whatever they got to do, right? You know what I'm saying?
So now, but now they in the midst of us.
Right. But why is that? Right? So think about it from what I just said. There was no borders before this, right? We created the borders.
Right.
Okay. So look at Israel and Palestine, right? Israel controls most of it and keeps Palestine in these boxes contained that are like land prisons, right? Well, now look at the United States. It's contained by water and borders. And there's one little piece of land called D.C. that's not part of the United States that controls the rest of it. That's the occupying territory, controlling the rest of it. Well, at some point they realized they couldn't control it. So they just let us do what we wanted to do within the borders, and then taxed the shit out of us and made us work and drained our energies and did all these different things and kidnapped us and corralled us. And see what I'm saying? That's all this is. We're one fucking big harvest.
Bomb droppers.
Think about that shit. Just harvest. What the fuck did I say? Harvesting. They're harvesting us. Think about that. You know, the last time there was a full-on open harvest, you know what that was called?
No.
The Holocaust.
Oh.
Yeah, I went there, folks. That was an open-air harvest, and we didn't see it for that. That's why they talk about it the way they talk about it. Think about how many people were killed. So they say. You can't kill that many people that fast unless you're harvesting them.
Bomb droppers.
See what I'm saying? Because it's not like they were dropping bombs on areas and just killing massive people. They're trying to say they put them in gas chambers. They did this to them. They did that to them. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's no way they could have churned that many bodies out in those facilities that they had. If you look at the fucking facilities, there's no way, unless they were just killing people 100 every day. You see what I'm saying? Over and over. There's no way to kill that many people that fast. And they built these places too? How fast did they build these places? You see what I'm saying? They got to build the prison, put them in the prison, and then start killing them. And somehow it reaches 6 million in a couple of years? That's crazy. I mean, it was more than that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, wow.
Think about it logically. That's all I'm saying. So when you look at it, you realize, though, they were harvesting those people. That's what they were doing. Because look at the videos you see, because they'll say, oh, look at they got videos of everybody they were starving because they were all, they looked like skin and bone. We've all seen those pictures. We've all seen those videos, right? Well, guess what?
Yeah, back in the day.
Guess what? They weren't starving. They were draining them of their blood. That's what they were doing. Adrenochrome. See what I'm saying? You had to keep a certain amount of them alive to keep draining their blood out. And they're sitting there in these prisons in fear and under duress the whole time, which meant their blood was pure with fucking adrenochrome and all that shit. Think about it. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
It's a lot different than what we fucking were told. That's all I'm saying.
Bomb droppers.
Yeah, man. Gets wild in here. You know what I mean? That's how much of a lie we've been told, and that's how evil these fucking people are. Because think about it. They didn't disappear. We didn't kill them. We didn't defeat them. I'll tell you that right now. They integrated themselves into the rest of the world. They started in that small area of Germany, and they spread the fuck out. And by the end of the war, they were all around the world. They were in Russia. They were in Italy. They were in London. They were in the United States. They were in Argentina. They were everywhere. They won. But we were told we won. And then they just were like, yeah, we'll help you do all this shit. We'll integrate. We'll give you fucking technologies. We'll do this stuff, whatever. And that's what we did. We bought their shit. And then all they did was spend the rest of that time corrupting us to a point to get us to here.
Bomb droppers.
Yeah, man. Crazy. You know, they tried it again in Vietnam. When they went to Vietnam War, they tried it again in Vietnam. Vietnam people weren't having it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
They were like, fuck that. We're not having this shit. We'll fucking sneak you guys in the jungle. Y'all don't know shit about the jungle, and we didn't. You know what I'm saying? They fucked us up in them jungles.
And these niggas over there bombing shit now and shit.
Because think about it. Vietnam, they never talk about it. You know what I mean? The Vietnam vets talk about it. But the government don't give a fuck about Vietnam because we pulled out of there. We had to get the fuck out. They ran us out of there. We didn't win that war. There was no win in Vietnam. You know? They ran us out of there. Here's another big thing I wanted to bring up. I'm not sure if I brought this up before, but it's kind of on the lines of that. Other countries and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So everybody always sits there and goes, America's a superpower, Russia's a superpower, China's a superpower. You know, they're powerful. They have all these things. They can take over countries. You know, they can just do whatever the fuck they want for the most part, right? Those are the kind of ideas that flow around with a lot of that, right? Just in general. That's all I'm saying, just in general. But think about this. You've got all these countries that are islands. That aren't taken over by a lot of things. Look at Haiti. You know what I mean? The French tried to control them for a while, I think, or the British tried to control them for a while. Cuba. Everybody's been fighting for Cuba. You know what I mean? But nobody really controls it. Who controls it? You know what I mean? It's not a United States territory. It's not a British territory. It's not, you know what I'm saying? You've got other ones, you know what I mean? You've got, stuff in Indonesia area. There's islands out there that nobody really controls. They're considered part of whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? What I'm getting, I can't name them all at this moment. I'm not a fucking world history geography guy. But anyways, what I'm getting at is if some of these countries were the strength and power they show, why wouldn't they have taken over these places? When they went to do it. There's times they've invaded Cuba. There's times they've done, other things. They've invaded Haiti. They've invaded these places, right? But they never took it over.
Never conquered, right?
So just think about that. Why is that? I don't know if I have any answers for it, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is
They ain't giving up.
think about it, right? How could a large-ass country with a fucking Air Force and a fucking Navy, and we could just go take over Cuba right now and not give a fuck? Just take them over. But why don't we? Why have we never? But we let Cubans keep coming on to fucking Florida and keep coming over, but we never do nothing about it. You see what I'm saying? America just never does anything about it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Just some thought-provoking ideas. Go start looking into it. That's all I'm saying. And all I'm saying too is, could be because these places are a little more magical and a little more crazier than you think. You know what I'm saying? Where do you think some of that Santeria and all that different things come from? They come from the islands. But why do you think that is? Because they had cultures there and of gods and things that existed long before the Americas was built. You know what I'm saying? And so you can't just come over here and fuck with shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's consequences to some things. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Look into it. Think about it. It's a thought provoker. You know what I mean? Why stuff like that happen? And, you know what I mean? Nobody ever fucks with South America. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's ever there's never a war in fucking Chile. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're like, people are like warring in Chile. They're always warring in the Middle East. You know what I mean? or all, you know what I mean? Different things like that. There's places where there's just always conflict, but it's like, you know, you might have some Contras down in fucking Argentina or something. You know what I mean? Some Contras, a little, but it's like most of it's in the Congo. You know, the Congo is where everything's fucked up. Right. You know, all the British territories and things, and people are fighting back. But no one's in Argentina fighting around, you know, doing a lot of battling. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, think about those things that are happening around the world that we think are happening.
Yeah.
Why is this going on in different places? You know, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Something to think about, you know? Just because it's like we're supposed to be this country with all these things.
Yeah, speaking of the country with all these things, okay, so some of these immigrants, they coming in and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I heard they getting money, prepaid cards,
Right.
places to stay.
Right. So
You got people been here for years.
So that's got to tell you
paying
something.
taxes.
That's got to tell you something.
Yeah, what's up?
So you got to say, for one, your government's there not for you. They're not here for you. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be a citizen. You're supposed to be getting taken care of. They're not taking care of you. They're taking care of these other people.
Right.
No matter where they come from. They're just not from here.
Mm-hmm.
So that tells you your government's not here for you. It's not what they're here for. You know what I mean? Right. Got to get that in your mind. It doesn't exist anymore. The government only exists if you give it power. Stop giving it power. Stop buying into this Democrat and Republican bullshit. Stop buying into that stuff. Fuck them. You know what I'm saying? We've said it before. Fuck them. Why are we playing their fucking? Why are you still going to their circus? You see what I'm saying? You know it's a circus now. Why do you still attend? You know what I'm saying? Why are you still going to the circus?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Stop going to the circus. And then watch how things change. Fuck them. Be like, man, you know what? Fuck you. I'm paying taxes. Fuck you. I ain't doing this. Because you ain't doing shit for me. Why should I? Why? If your boss, if who you worked for took away all your perks and then said, yeah, and we don't really feeling like paying you that much either, what the fuck would you do? You'd either battle back or go find another job.
Right.
But we let our government fucking stomp on us all fucking day. And when I say maybe we should do something about it, people are like, I don't know, man. Like, you're getting a little edgy. Things are, you know, like, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Mm. That's the fucking fear they got these people in. You know what I mean? That's what we're battling. That's the evilness we're battling. Think about that. Is people are so fearful of a government that doesn't even fucking exist.
Bomb dropper.
Because where are they? What are they doing for you? It's Stockholm Syndrome. They had us all. We were all under their spell at some point.
I don't know where they at.
You know? It's time to say, fuck that. You know what I mean? Can't continue to live like this. And we can change it. Mm-hmm. We the people. You know? We've always said that.
Facts.
We the people.
Facts. I agree.
But we got to come together. We got to be more in tune with each other on all these different things. You know, and it takes people like us, shows like this. You know, they're out there. They're everywhere. They're all out there. And you just got to find them. They got to find you. You know, maybe you're not looking yet. But they'll find you. It'll find you. You know what I mean? It'll find you. Because that's what helped me. I had all these thoughts. A lot of this stuff, I've been talking about all this shit. I just had no one to talk to and nowhere to understand if I was even saying anything. You know what I mean? Like, how do I know what I'm saying is real? Right. There was nothing out there. I just had all these thoughts and ideas and da-da-da. Then I started watching, 2-3 years ago, I started watching more podcasts and learning about different things and understanding things and going, wait a minute, there's more people out here doing this. You know what I mean? Like, I got to get involved in this. That's how I started looking at it. I got to get involved in this. And then eventually the show fucking shows up. You know what I mean? AwkwardIntel, how y'all doing? Shows the fuck up, and here we are. And now we're doing it. You know what I mean? And we need this. This is, like I said earlier, we're dropping the crumbs. It's up to the rest of the people to pick them up or not.
Right.
You know?
Right. There's definitely some crumbs in there.
Yeah. Some gems, some crumbs, some treasure. I mean, dig for it. You know what I'm saying? We got 60 episodes. Go dig for the treasure. One man's trash is another man's treasure.
Facts.
So yeah, that's where we're at. You know, both of us have grown on this show. You know what I mean? Just mentally and everything, we've grown on this show. We've done a lot of things over this last year with this show that, you know what I mean? It's showing the people. We're showing them. You know what I mean? That's one thing somebody told me before I started all of this. That's, you know, what helped me figure out exactly what I needed to do is they just said, maybe you don't need to tell them. Maybe you need to show them. And so I'm here telling you and showing you. It's a double dose, baby. You know what I'm saying?
There it is.
Got a double dose.
There it is.
So you know what I mean? Some people got to see it. Some people got to hear it. Some people need both.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got to see it.
So, right.
I'm one of the ones that got to see it.
Right, exactly.
You could tell me, like, yeah.
Right.
But I got to see it.
Right.
For real. Yeah.
It's just, excuse me. It's just got to make sense to you, though. And that's why I say when you see what you need to see, it just has to make sense to you.
Right.
You know, and that's where we're at. So.
Bomb droppers. So that's a little late, but yeah. Get the message. That's
Right.
all.
Get the message. Oh,
Facts.
we wanted to play a song before we get too far into this action. So, this song here, it says 1999 on here, but this could have been before that, but I'm not 100% sure. I definitely made it before 99, but maybe it came out in 99. So this is my music, unreleased. If you have these songs, it's because back then you bought a CD from me. You know what I'm saying? Like this, I'm sorry. The website, ppeintox.com, it was released then there as a mixtape, I think. But it was never released officially.
Okay.
It was never released officially like on any platforms. But it might have been, it's released on mixtape stuff. You know what I mean? So some people might have heard it that way too. But this is a long time ago. So, you know what I mean? But anyways, so this one's called, the album at the time was called the Drunk Driving EP. It was actually my first album. This is my first album that I recorded myself with using a little machine that looked like this shit back in the day. Plugged the mic in, and it had all the processing and everything on it. And you just did it on there.
That's crazy.
So I did it on it was called an 8-track. It was an 8-track, digital 8-track. It was a digital 8-track. Looked kind of similar to this, just an idea. 1999, this is my early shit, and it's Empty Dreams. And y'all tell me what y'all think when it's done. Here we go.
Sometimes I feel my mind is empty, but my brainwave is plenty. I guess it was all those years of drinking and hemp weed. My life is so fucked up from that alcoholic sickness. Why is there so much hatred over money and bitches? Society's tripping, and the path I walk is crooked. It's better to commit a crime while others ain't looking, but can't have same for Nathan, cause consequences always follow. And K-Funk may still be alive if them tips wasn't hollow. Why must we have to live like this in an environment that really don't give a shit? one wish, I guarantee that everyone would live lavishly. Even if the other man should wish the opposite for me, I'm just a simple man with thoughts of a better land. But you can't understand living your whole life with money in hand. 100 grand times 10 could help me do right. New house, new cars, new clothes, even a new life. But mentality wise, I'm still a ghetto type of guy, and still surprised I never made my mama cry, cause I was in and out of trouble. Best friend was bad luck and ran with a nation of thugs that didn't give a fuck. So what does it matter if my life should discontinue and you couldn't understand everything that I have been through? These empty dreams got me thinking of some sick shit. My life is twisted and ain't no time to fix it. That's why I deal with the consequences I created. Loved and hated, staying highly intoxicated. These empty dreams got me thinking of some sick shit. My life is twisted and ain't no time to fix it. That's why I deal with the consequences I created. Loved and hated, staying highly intoxicated. Empty dreams. We hit the corner of Hosmer in 96, ready and willing to get into some gangster shit. That's just the life I lead. I don't expect you to believe, cause it's the real, not some shit that you read. High off the weed, so maybe your conscience is altered, but I can't fuck with you, cause my platter you salted. Quit tapping my faulty and you need to back up off me. Don't tell him what I'm capable of. If you cross me, I wanna be saucy, have fancy things and cars. That's flossy shit that bitches bought me, and haters that don't wanna rob me. But I believe the world may never be different. And what type of world are we creating for our children? Young women having babies and broke down abandoned buildings, and young men turn their schools into a field of killings. It makes me wonder what's my reason for living. But I'm a player, so I handle mines with what I was given. And sometimes I don't wanna struggle through another day, so I fit the Hennessy or wash my motherfucking pain away. Cause who cares if I drink myself out of heaven, and maybe y'all go out like my uncle did in 87. You must be thinking that my problems don't concern you. That's why you can't understand what I have been through. These empty dreams got me thinking of some sick shit. My life is twisted and ain't no time to fix it. That's why I deal with the consequences I created. Loved and hated, staying highly intoxicated. These empty dreams got me thinking of some sick shit. My life is twisted and ain't no time to fix it. That's why I deal with the consequences I created. Loved and hated, staying highly intoxicated. Empty dreams. Empty dreams. Empty dreams. Empty dreams.
Yeah. I also made that beat too.
Wow.
Yeah, I made that beat as well. Just a nice little simple cat.
That was your first album?
That was my first official album that I made, 98, 99, somewhere right in there.
That's crazy. I can hear the difference.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
But see what I was talking about?
Yeah.
See what I was talking about? Even in 99, I was talking about the sadness and the depression in the world and the things that were happening and how I was caught in it. And you know what I mean? Like, I understood that I was in it, but it was like I didn't let it just fucking drag me down, though. You know what I mean? I figured out how to just step above that a little bit.
Right, you even said that in the song.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
Yeah,
that's why I said.
That was nice.
Yeah, and that's why I want to bring that out, is more kind of a receipt to show y'all. I've been talking about a lot of this shit already. I've been saying this stuff. It's just I was saying it in different ways, and you know what I mean? I definitely didn't know as much then that I know now, you know what I mean? But I've always been that person who was always trying to figure out my world and always trying to be like, why is all this happening around me? What is all this, you know? Just a lot, and I put it in my music, you know? And so I left breadcrumbs in the music. If y'all go for, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that, you may not be able to find anymore. You know what I mean? I might have to do some type of release with this or something. You know what I mean? Because I just have the MP3 files now. But I had them on, little discs and things back in the day. And I had them on CD back in the day when I was making CDs and stuff. But, nobody's doing that no more.
Yeah, for real. Damn, even that's gone away.
So I made sure as we upgraded, I turned those CDs into MP3s, and so now I still have them because of that. Otherwise, you got to think about it. How many people probably had music back then and just don't have it because they had it on CD, and then once the CD was gone, it was gone. or they had it on cassette. Once it's gone, it's gone. I still have cassettes that have my old music on it I did in high school. I still have cassettes that had that shit on there.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
I ain't got
I still have
cassette.
them. Do I have a fucking way to play them? No. I mean, where the fuck do you buy a cassette player today? Know what I'm saying? Where do you buy it at? Maybe the pawn shop, I guess,
Right.
or the fucking Goodwill
crazy.
or something. But you see what I'm saying? Like, where the fuck do you buy a cassette tape, cassette player at? Because unless you kept one from, you know what I mean, you had to keep one.
Right.
That's like everybody who's still got that hey, if you still got a VCR in your house, just get rid of it. You're not going to use it. You're not going to use
for
it.
real.
Just get rid of it. Because I did it for like 4 years.
Damn.
I got rid of my shit back in like 2018. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm never going to watch a VHS again, ever.
Right.
Like, I kept the tapes, though, certain ones. Some of them, I just dumped them. You know what I mean? They're trash at this point. I mean, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But I kept certain movies, and I kept stuff that was, like, still personal, like personal shit and stuff. So that but then, where you ever going to buy a VCR again, though, right? You see what I'm saying? I have the tape. But unless somebody has a VCR, how the fuck do you play it? Right. You see what I'm saying? It's like, because I got rid of my VCR, I finally was like, you know what? I'm never going to use this motherfucker, man. It's out. I just got, you know what I mean? So, yeah, shit like that. It's like, what the fuck? But, yeah, so yeah, it takes us back to what we were saying, remember? How are we watching videos on YouTube in 2024 that were recorded on a VHS in 1990? You see what I'm saying? And they're telling us what's going on now. This is going to happen. This is going to happen. They're doing this. This is the shit they're doing. And you're going, what the fuck? How did we not have this information? You know what I mean? So, but that's how wicked these people are. They've been hiding so much shit.
Crazy, man.
Things are not as they seem.
Crazy. For real.
But, yeah. So, yeah, thanks for listening to my song. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Crazy. Yeah, that shit was nice, though. Man. Damn. I don't want to say the wrong, but shit happening now. You said that kids having sex in the projects.
Stuff like that, and then kids shooting up schools and stuff. See what I'm saying? That was right after Columbine. That was like the first one that was like really televised like that. You know what I mean? Columbine. And I think Columbine was in like 97 or something. So it was like right before. See what I'm saying? So it's like that's before it really became a thing. I was saying it in the music already. I didn't even think about that. See that? See that? You could say that shit today and it still makes sense. People, I said, young men turn their schools into a field of killings.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can still say that today and it makes fucking sense. And I'm saying it in 99. That's ridiculous. That's why I wanted to play that.
Bomb droppers.
Because it's like a receipt, man. It's like something I've been echoing these things for years.
Yeah, there's a lot of things in there that
Yeah.
I just got here one more time.
No, I got you. We'll play it some more. We'll play it some more. But yeah, because like randomly I'll go, like I said, it'll pop up in my playlist somewhere. Because I got stuff in playlists sometimes. So it'll just pop up and I'll be like, oh shit, I forgot about that song almost. You know what I mean? Like, almost forgot. And then I'll listen to the words and I'm like, holy fuck. Look what I was saying, because I got a couple other ones. I got a couple other ones where certain verses and shit say some shit. And I'm like, whoa, that's almost like a premonition, like hearing it now. At the time, I don't remember why I said it, but I had to say it for a reason. You know what I mean? But sometimes I'll be like, oh shit, was that? So it's almost like, was all that stuff happening back then? And some of us saw it and some of us didn't. So it's always been happening. It's just now we all see it. You know what I mean? It's that, I don't know.
Yeah,
could be wild like that. You know what I mean?
That nigga seeing it.
Yeah. It's like I can't call it out if I've never seen it, right?
Right.
So it's like if I'm seeing it, I must be saying it. So I I don't know. But see, look, like I said, I don't know if I said this, but that's not how my rap career started. when I first started rapping, I was like I was a storyteller. You know what I mean? Like I'd tell a story of like a dude going to the gas station to get a beer or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'd be like, you know what I mean? Then he's rolling down the street. Who did he meet? You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And then it's like I would tell a story like that. So that's how I started rapping. Was doing shit like that. It's because I was listening to a lot of Too Short at the time. So Too Short's a storyteller. You know what I mean? Like he's got his slow flow, and so I was like listening to that, and then I listened to some Spice One, early Spice One, and he told some stories. I'm like, well, shit, rapping's all about telling stories. So that's what I would try to do. So I created up a bunch of stories. Then after at some point, I evolved out of that, and then I just got into like dark shit. I just started saying some real dark, satanic, you know what I mean? Like I was saying some weird shit, like talking about blood and all kinds of different stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I got into a weird moment in there. I don't know what that was. And then after that, I think my cousin was talking to me about some shit around the time, and he was like, man, he goes, you know what? He goes, I don't know if that's your flavor. I don't know if that's you, man. He's like, maybe you should put more of like you in there. I'm like, me? What do you mean? Like, just telling stories? I'm just making shit up. Like I thought this was what rapping was. You know what I mean? Because that's just what I was seeing. I wasn't paying attention to all that, gangster shit and none of that. I was just like, because you know what I mean? I'm like, I'm just making up stories. So I evolved into that, and then to putting my shit into my songs. My first couple songs that I made, like that were like putting my stuff into it, I was going deep. I was talking about like being traumatized by fucking alcoholic parents and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean? And when I was putting all this in, my parents were like, "What the fuck is this?" You know what I mean? Like this guy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I'm just talking about. I started doing all this dark shit like that. It was like depressive music, but it was like heartfelt pain music. You know what I mean? And then once I was done with that, then I got into the whole, throwing in world events, current events, my events, you know what I mean? And getting it and just start mixing it, and then just evolved into where I'm at now. You know what I mean? And so, but yeah, early on, I went through a few phases of just doing some different shit and was like, where am I at? What is this? Okay, let me try that. But maybe that helped me develop the idea and just go with it. You know what I mean? Because me and my cousin would have rap battles. We'd like write. He'd be like, write 10 bars. He goes, you got 5 minutes, write 10 bars. And I write 10 bars.
Put him under pressure.
And then we both have to spit it to each other and then figure out, like whose was better and shit like that. So that helped me with competition to like get better, because I had to beat him at some point, because he would kill me half the time. You know what I mean? If not 9 out of 10, it was always him. And then at some point, I started winning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then at some point, when you start winning, you get to a point where they don't want to play no more. And that's where I got with him. And at some point, he didn't want to play no more. You know what I'm saying? And then
that's what's up. You beat the game.
But then look where I'm at now. And he's did some music with us. My cousin, he's done some music with us. He did like an album with us. But other than that, he's a great writer. Still writes stuff. You know what I mean? But just never had the idea to want to go be a full artist or anything like that. And just was just like good writer. Still writes good stuff. Still tells me when I see him every now and again, he'll be like, "Man, I got some new shit, bro." He's like, "I need to show it to you."
That's what's up.
But you know what I mean? So we went different paths. You know what I mean? We went different paths and shit. But it's interesting how that, you know what I mean, how that all worked out. And it's like I'm still doing music. I'm still fucking with it. It's like I do music for me. You know what I'm saying? I do music for me. And y'all just lucky to be able to get to listen to me. Because I decided to share it with the world and put it on Spotify and Apple Music and all these different things. Because I didn't have to do that. I could have made all this music and always had it and could be listening to it right now. Like, I don't have no music. I have. You know what I mean? There's people out there that do that shit. There's a lot of people out there, artists, who probably have a lot of music they never put out. I never wanted anybody to hear. You know what I mean? Just because there's people that... He said, I'm one of them.
For real, man. I'm one of them.
See what I'm saying?
I'm like one of them storytellers for real, too.
Right.
It's like every time I write, I get into a story. I'm like, damn, this shit crap. Why it always got to be a story?
Right.
It just ended up like
Just
that.
works out, right?
It ended up like if you listen to what was that?
Ride on 'em.
No.
Ride on 'em was a good story.
See?
Know what I'm saying?
See?
Because you was talking about, you was like, you gotta get in the car and you gotta do this, and then we gotta dip on them.
You see what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I gotta go pick up the homies, and you know what I'm saying? It was a story, yeah.
No, it was another one.
Yo, we gotta play that one.
Ride on them? Yeah.
Because I could put the video in too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the video's on the PPE Music YouTube. But yeah, I could put it in there. We'll bring that back up. Yeah.
Oh, I am what I am.
Right. That's one a lot of people
That
talk.
was, you know,
Dane
that
just,
was the story.
I think Dane just hit me the other day and was like, yo, that song I Am What I Am was prophetic, man. And I was like, we've talked, I think we listened to it on the show.
We did.
And I was like, yo, there was a lot in that. There was a lot to unpack in that motherfucking song.
Yeah, I'm telling you. That's a real motherfucking
I am
story.
what I am. It's all
All the time. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we gotta go back and listen to that shit again.
Yeah. Telling you.
But Dane hit me. That remember I told you the other day he was talking about some shit, and talking about because he wanted me to send him some unreleased shit we had that had some prophetic shit in it. He was like, yo, you know about that one song? And I was like, yeah, I remember that one. And then he was like, yo, you have that? I was like, I definitely got it. he was like, send that to me, man. He's like, and then so he got it and he listened to it and he was like, fuck. He was like, we were saying some shit. And then that's when he was like, just like I Am What I Am. He's like, there's some shit in there too. Yeah. And I was like, yo, we were saying a lot of shit. Yeah. I mean, even in the one we did, that's why a few episodes ago I wanted to play we played the Weapons of Mass Destruction, remember? Mm-hmm. That was Dane, Nan, Ren, and me.
Yeah.
That joint was from the Dane era album. That probably came out in like 08 or 09, something like that. It's definitely I'd have to look back at that. Something like that. It might have been 2010 maybe. Somewhere in that area. But that's what I'm saying. That's 15 years ago at this point. And we were look at the shit we were saying on that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like we've been saying this shit. You know what I mean? We've been talking this shit. Get those receipts.
Shit.
Get those receipts.
That's what it is. Damn.
Yeah, and that's
been on it for real.
And that's why I'm pointing to it.
That's what's up.
Because you know what I mean? I just want people to go, it's not like, because there's a lot of people right now going, oh, this is the new modern movement. Everybody's doing this. This is, you know what I mean? Everybody's trying to be enlightened and everybody's in it. It's like, no, I've always been that. I just didn't know what it was called. You know what I'm saying? This movement has given it a name and an idea and a function. Before, when we were doing it, everybody was just like, what's up with this guy? You know what I mean? He's weird. You know what I mean? Nobody was understanding what it was. And now we understand what it is. And it's like, oh, this is what I was doing. And so that's why I want to point people back and go, look, I was saying it. I just didn't understand what it was. Right. I don't know what it is.
I was on it already.
Yeah. I just, and not because I knew, because I'm saying that I didn't know back then. That was why, I didn't understand it yet.
Crazy.
But
you just had a vision.
But I knew that I was going somewhere with this stuff.
You had a vision.
So yeah, it wasn't all for nothing per se.
You seen what you seen. You know what I mean? Like people had their own visions.
Right.
Like I said,
Correct.
I had my vision.
Right.
And my shit just happened. I'm like, damn.
Right.
That shit is crazy out here. This world is crazy.
Yup.
Like same sex, man. That shit crazy. I don't even want to get us flagged or no shit. Man, change the subject.
Just snorkeling.
But I just looked over there and I see
snorkeling.
a bucket of pennies.
Might
see what I'm saying?
Might get some action, some coins, right? What's your coin update out there? Anybody found anything?
Real.
Come on.
And
I'm
lately,
still looking.
Lately, I just been coming across some coin ads, like just a whole bunch of coin shit just coming up now. Like this coin's worth this coin worth that. Right. I'm like, man, what is going on?
It's trying to tell you got one. Go look for it.
I'm telling you what.
That's what it's saying, man. It's like you got some of these. You need to go look.
You see that right there?
Right. That thing's been there for years, man.
I got one of those.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got one of those. I got a drawer filled with chains. I got a big ass jersey filled with chains. Man, I got change everywhere. It's a lot of damn chains, bro.
Yeah, I got you. No, I know.
So I'm had to take.
I went through mine, and mine was pretty simple. Once I cut the quarters out, it cut by half. I was like, oh shit, the quarters, the pennies, the nickels, and the dimes are way less than I thought because it was full. And then once I took all the quarters out, it was only like half, and I was like, god damn. Sorted them quarters out. That take up some space.
Yeah, yeah. Telling you, you don't know what you got until you look, man.
Yeah,
you gotta look, man. I'm looking at pennies like,
that's true. Now that I look at coins, like every day I look at coins. Now, if I see a coin, I'm always like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what is this? What's
that's
happening?
Crazy. Motherfucker gave me change a minute ago. And I got this.
In the drinks?
Yeah, I was like, I'm keeping this shit.
Where'd you go? The corner store here?
Nah, little gas station.
Right away?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering because I ain't never been in the corner store right here yet.
Oh, nah,
I ain't been in there yet. I was just
somebody told me shit was high. That's why I never go.
Right, that's what I kind of heard. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, that's why I go
I was
there.
like, you go over there? And I was like,
no.
What that set you back?
Yeah, I might have had to park around back, though.
Gotcha. Oh, because, yeah, they had it chopped up. Locked up over there. Gotcha.
I'm like, damn.
Yep.
But
you see, Black got his spots.
Yeah.
They just left enough for him.
Oh, wow.
He got it like
that's
that.
Terrible. That's
front door service, man.
he must have caught it. Yeah, he must have caught him. You know what I'm saying when they put the signs out. Like, hey man, how far you going with that, buddy?
It's like stop right here.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it from here.
Fucked up because I did pull up and the only thing I saw was his his shit out front. And another car, and that was it.
Yeah.
A little Jeep.
Yeah. Yup. He keeps it legit out there, man. He keeps them honest, you know what I mean?
I see.
Keeps them honest.
You got a fucking parking spot. I was mad as shit. I come around the corner and make do my little park thing. Like, all right.
Right.
I know I got parking in the back part, man. Oh, shit.
What?
Damn, that's fucked up.
Not today, sir. Not today, sir.
It's all good, man. But yeah, I'm gonna do a song soon. I'm gonna drop one of my shits.
Yeah, I've been telling you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop one of my shits.
So I said you'll get to it. You'll get
Stop
to it.
playing.
You'll get to it. Take your moment, but you'll get to it.
Yeah. Got some shit though. Got some things for you.
Yeah, we can go ahead and start wrapping this thing up, man. Mm-hmm. Whew. I can't believe we talked for this long already. It's like sometimes I'll glance over the thing and it'll be like 15 minutes, you know what I mean? And then I'll glance back and it's like over an hour and you're like, what the fuck? Where have I been?
It happens. It happens.
But yeah, so spread love.
Yeah, for real. Spread love.
Spread love, spread truth.
And pray. Pray. Gotta get that thanks in the morning, man. Get that thanks in the morning, afternoon, night.
Show gratitude. That's what
Facts.
it is. Yeah, show gratitude.
Facts.
Help others when you can, you know. When you can, do what you can. So yeah, just don't overextend yourself. We talked about that last episode, remember? Some people are overextending and that's why they're tired. That's why they're exhausted and that's why they're not, they're not functioning well and they're, you know what I mean? You're exhausted. Your soul is exhausted. You know what I mean? You've been doing a lot for a lot of people. And, sometimes you got to take a break and get your own break. So, yeah, be careful with that.
Yeah.
You're accepting all that energy. You know what I mean? You're accepting all that energy. And sometimes people aren't taking the breaks they need to release it and to, work with it. So, yeah. Just a reminder. Take those breaks when you get them times.
That's the only one blessing me. Your creator.
Source, the creator. Some of y'all know him as God.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. But yeah, let's do this thing. Awkward Intelligence. I'm Intox, along with
Bdot, baby.
And I think this was 61. We never said it. We did though right at the end. I think this is 61.
I definitely thought about it during it, but I ain't know. I think it's 62.
2 maybe? Okay,
think
see,
it's
that's why I didn't
62.
say it. All right. Till next time.
Awkward intelligence.
Just smoking vibe.
This is awkward intelligence.
Just smoking vibe.